Hi, Pyong.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, actually we met before in our offline meetups, but I think it has been a long time since we met in an online setting.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Quite been a while to meet in an online meeting.
Yeah. And I was recently scrolling down my YouTube videos and you and me and Youngho were talking and over, I think it was topic about healthy habits.
Yes, right. We were talking about some habit.
Yeah. So anyways, nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so today I prepared questions related to conflict because last
Yes.
time when I talked with Kyung, he said he's interested in generational conflict. Okay, so Kyung, could you read the first question for us?
Okay. So the first question is, sorry.
Yes, okay. Whether big or trivial.
Okay. Whether big or trivial, we commonly experience conflict with people on a daily basis. What is the most major dispute you had with a person around you recently? Tell us what happened in detail.
Yep.
Yes.
So
So,
have you
okay.
have anything in mind, Kyung?
Yes. In my case,
Mm-hmm.
recently the biggest conflict that I experienced
Mm-hmm.
was at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at my work. So one of my team member failed to meet the deadline, the project deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, which caused a lot of pressure to my team member. So
Mm-hmm.
it was quite big. So yeah, it was okay. The thing is that it was not the first time to have
Oh.
that kind of dispute in my team.
Mm-hmm.
So it could it could affect a kind of serious problem
Mm-hmm.
as well. So yeah, so that was the reason. And then sorry, and yeah, during the discussion, emotion ran high and leading to a major conflict.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So he's one of your coworkers.
yes, right.
And did the boss say something to him or you and other coworkers said something to him? What happened?
It's it's quite complicated. It's
Mm-hmm.
my job was kind of managing construction project.
Mm-hmm.
So I was handling some of construction project with the subcontractor. So someone who made
Mm-hmm.
the conflict was a the team leader of the subcontractor.
Oh.
So my duty is handling and managing that project and also the subcontractor as well. I was kind of decision maker, so yeah,
Mm.
and I reported it to my boss, my
Mm-hmm.
manager,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is that it is, totally it depends on my decision or on me. So
Mm.
I need to handle it.
Mm. So boss told you to make the decision for yourself.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Because my job is, managing the construction project, and
Uh-huh.
I'm the one who has the, yeah, I'm the who make decisions. So
Oh, I see.
yes.
So could you tell me what you did?
Well, actually, to make him, a little bit calm down, you
Mhm.
know, because the emotion ran high.
Oh.
Yeah, the thing that I did was, uh, can I say, yeah, I tried to using some calm words, and I
Oh.
told him that like we both we are working, really hard.
Mm.
So this problem
Mm-hmm.
problem, try to figure it out. And then
Mm,
finally it went well.
mm. That's great to hear.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So was the person who didn't meet the deadline, like, was the person kind of like felt guilty a little bit?
Mm, yes, right. But
Mm,
yeah, he felt guilty. It definitely because he is kind of contract. It is kind of contract issue.
mm-hmm,
So it's really important to
mm-hmm,
meet the deadline.
mm-hmm,
But characteristic of construction project is quite really complicated. A lot
mm-hmm,
of factors are so related to
mm-hmm,
the project.
mm-hmm,
So sometimes the leader of the construction team cannot handle all of the problem or cannot handle all of the
mm-hmm,
issue because
mm-hmm,
sometimes it occurred several places.
mm-hmm,
So we understand it's not 100% of his guilty his fault.
mm-hmm,
So the in this situation we the as I believe the most important thing is that believe him, believe the team, believe the leader of the construction team, and then find how to figure it out. Yes.
mm. I see. So everyone was kind of emotional and the whole atmosphere was so tense. But in the situation, you try to not emotionally react, but you try to like calm him down and
Yes, right.
and also just tell him that it's like you're not like you're not you didn't like make you're not you didn't make a crime, committed a crime. It's just like encouraging him, right?
Yes, right, right. It's
Yeah.
important.
I think that's a very mature attitude of a team leader.
Uh, I think that, yes, emotion, let's
Mm,
say at working place. And sometimes it happens, but the thing is that, anyhow we work, so we
mm,
need, find how to figure it out, right?
mm. That's good. So that was the most recent one that happened in your workplace.
Oh, could you
That
tell me
was
again? But the connection is
that was the
quite,
most uh that was the most recent one.
oh, yes, right.
Yeah. We're experiencing a little bit of disconnection, but it always happens in Zoom. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, let's think about any conflict. Uh, in my workplace, I used
Mm-hmm.
to use the copy machine so often.
Okay.
Yeah, and the machine is very huge and it's in the middle of the office.
Okay.
And actually, there is another separate room to copy your materials, but I just felt so time consuming to go there. So I always like copy
Okay.
like hundreds and hundreds of like paper sheets through that
Yes.
machine. And
Yes.
people who are sitting next to that machine always had to hear the noise.
Yeah, right.
But I knew that it was making them uncomfortable, but I think I was a little selfish. And I
Mm-hmm.
just did it like like several times. And one moment a male teacher who was sitting next to the machine came to me and said, "Hey, if you
Okay.
want to make a copy, go to that separate room. Just copy one piece of paper and go there." And I said, "Sorry, yes." And actually, it was something that I already knew,
Okay.
but um, I think I just lacked manners.
Mm-hmm.
And office is a place where everybody is using together, right?
Right.
And I think because of him, I try to always copy my paper sheets in another separate room because of the noise. So it wasn't a major conflict, but it was almost the first time like a teacher coming to me and saying something to me. So
Uh,
yeah, so I realized that you always have to be careful in a group setting because you're not alone. You're not using the office alone.
yes, right.
Yeah.
I know the office is kind of, you know, everybody works there, so
Mm,
it could be, some conflict, like,
mm,
small things, right?
mm,
It's not a major conflict, but some noise. Someone told me that I was, making a phone call so
mm.
loudly. So yes, like that.
Oh, yeah, 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 right. I think those are kind of trivial ones though, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the second question. Pyong, could you read number two, please?
Okay, number two.
Mm.
Have you ever succeed in stopping the quarrel between you and the person temporarily? Although the fundamental problem is not fixed, what remark or action to, how can I say,
Alleviate?
alleviate the anger of the person?
Yeah.
So, mm, okay, in my case, the yeah, I have. Although even though the fundamental issue was not fixed, was not solved, you
Mm-hmm.
know, anyhow, we need to, manage to calm the person, down by
Mm-hmm.
saying something like, you know, yeah, I know that we are working, our best, and then, it's not 100% our fault, and then
Mm-hmm.
let's figure it out how to fix it like that. So
Mm-hmm.
anyhow, as I believe, with the emotional high, I don't know, is it correct
Mm-hmm.
to say it like, high in emotion,
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to, handle the task, or it's really hard to, figure it out. So first of all, the important thing is that, you know, cool down,
Yeah, cool down. Yeah.
right?
So I want to ask you, is your workplace mostly, are they mostly men or women? What is the ratio?
Mostly men,
Are
like
mostly men?
90, like 95% like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So isn't it a little harder to be calm because men, I'm not generalizing, but men are mostly like they're machos. So
Oh yeah,
like
okay.
so
I
like
understand.
they could like shout or like
Yeah,
throw
right.
something, but I'm not they can like shout or throw something, right?
Especially in my working place.
Mm,
Now I'm working in different department,
mm,
but before I
mm.
used to work in, construction department
Oh,
and construction site I used to work
uh-huh,
in.
uh-huh,
So construction site is, yeah, it's kind of full of machos place,
uh-huh.
everybody shouting and everybody fighting. That is the environment of construction site. So as you understand,
Mm,
maybe more than half of the conversation is yelling or fighting like that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, true.
mm.
It's true.
Yeah, so what
So,
yeah.
mm, so at the very first time when I heard, someone was yelling in the working place,
Mm-hmm,
I was quite shocked,
mm-hmm.
but now I understand that is the, how to deal the problem in construction site.
I see.
Mm,
I think you learn from experience.
yes, I think so.
Yeah, because I think yelling doesn't work at all. Like it just makes
No,
everyone angry and it doesn't fix the problem, right?
that's right.
And I want to ask you the person that you calm down, is he younger than
Mhm.
you?
Normally, most of them are older than me.
Ah, you said like recently you calmed the person who didn't meet the deadline.
Okay.
Was he younger than you or older than you?
Oh, no, 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 older than me.
Oh,
Like
older than you.
yeah, yeah, right. Because he was a, construction, I don't know how can I say, he was a representative of the that's construction site. So normally more than
Oh,
50 years old, or more,
ah.
normally 60, like that.
So I'm really curious because at first I thought he would be definitely younger than you,
Uh,
but he's like 10 years older than you. So how do you put these words together to be really polite? Because he's like 10 years older than you, but what kind of words do you use?
Okay. Anyhow, anyhow, it's a contractive relationship, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm the one who is the supervisor project,
Uh-huh.
and he was a representative the construction site. He managed he managed the construction project. I'm
Uh-huh.
supervising that project, so we are kind of contractive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So mm, normally we speak each other really gently and
Uh,
really contractive way like that. But
yeah, like
something awkward.
it's like a business partner.
Yes, right.
Oh, I see. But I think still, Korean society is the age is
Uh,
very important.
yes, right.
And although you although you can order someone or give a
Yes, right.
command to someone, but if he or she is older than you, it's
Yes, right.
it's not that it's not that easy.
Hmm. But yeah, I know. It's, especially in construction site, maybe 10 years ago when I just started my career, it
Mm-hmm.
was 10 years ago, the age was quite important
Mm-hmm.
to, make an order or to control the project.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, important. When I was 20s, yeah, it was really challenging for me. But now, I understand that uh, contract 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 is quite more important than
Oh, I see.
age, because
Uh,
my job is supervising
mm,
the project and also supervising their performance as well.
mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, contract is more important than age
I
because you're
think so.
doing a business.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are doing business. So,
I see. Yeah.
but 10 years ago, it didn't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah, many things have changed.
Yes, right.
Um, while you were answering the second question, I thought about my case.
Hmm.
And actually, I'm a person who really pursues peace. So I never really fight with other people.
Ah, yeah, right.
But when I was like elementary school, I used to fight with my brothers a lot.
Okay.
But since then, I haven't really fought with someone. And
Hmm.
but I remember an incident when I was in college. So there was this very intelligent professor,
Hmm.
and he seemed to be so like angry about his life because I think he had this inferiority complex.
Okay.
So he graduated from Seoul National University, and he's also a professor in my university. But um, all of his friends are lawyers and doctors, but I think he was kind of uh, felt that he wasn't enough.
Okay.
So he was also like always having this negative thoughts about people, and he also kind of said something bad about
Mm,
me too. And one time I told him how valuable his job is. Like, I mean, I said like what you do and what you do is very valuable, and I think it really helps the world, and I really appreciate it. Like his
mhm.
eyes like changed, and suddenly he became like an angel.
Ah,
And I realized that he just wanted that affirmation and
okay.
recognition.
Yes.
And I realized that everybody who's really angry, or they might just been craving for this recognition
Hmm.
or this words of affirmation, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
So, like what you said, I think being angry to an angry person doesn't help at all. You always have to be more patient,
Yes, right.
more prudent, and more
Yes, right.
logical. That works.
Yes, right. I think, angry and another anger, conflict.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So why don't we go to the third question? Kyung, could you read one more time, number three?
Okay, number three. Although you gave constructive advice repeatedly, have you ever met a person who seems to be unchangeable in your family or workplace? When you know that you have to encounter the person in the long term or rest of your life, how do you deal with this person? Okay,
Yeah.
it's quite a huge.
Hmm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I really want to hear your answer, Kyung. How do you deal with
Uh,
it?
deal with it. Okay. Oh, okay. In my friends group,
Uh-huh.
I definitely I have someone in my friends group.
Uh,
Yes, right.
like a villain?
Uh, Villain? No, it's not a villain. I mean, uh, I love him, but the thing is
Mm,
that he's my best friend. I love him, but
mm,
everyone has, anyhow, we have, you know, I don't know, I can say. Anyway, nobody is perfect, right? Everybody has their own, weakness or something.
of course, yeah.
So, so no matter how constructive my advice was, this guy reacted really defensively every time.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I was 20s or in my middle school or high school year, so I was young as well. So I wanted to, change him in a better way.
Uh-huh.
Even though my idea is right or wrong, I was not sure. I was young as well. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
as I believe, I was right. So I wanted to, change him in a good way.
mm-hmm,
So anyhow, I delivered a lot of, advice in a constructive way, as I
mm-hmm,
believe. I
mm-hmm,
was not perfect,
mm-hmm,
but it didn't work. So now I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. So I think that okay, people never change it,
mm,
but also you know, I am not, 100% right.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So in some way, my idea is right, but also in some way, he is right as well. So
Oh,
now okay, everybody's, is different to each other, right?
mm.
So now I don't care about it.
So you
Okay,
just you told me that friend setting and business setting is totally different, right?
it's right.
So is there anyone who annoys you in the workplace?
I mean, it is. I'm not. I'm not talking about, someone's personality or someone's characteristic. I mean, the way to, work. I mean,
Mm-hmm,
sometimes if I were a team leader or if I were responsible of any team project like that, it's
mm-hmm,
really important to, to control or to manage the way to work
mm-hmm,
of our team members. So
mm-hmm,
in this situation, uh, okay, when it comes to, some personal thing like characteristics or their habit or like that, I don't care about it. But when it
mm,
comes to, work method or work process like that, I think it's really important to give a constructive advice to fix that
mm. Yeah,
because it's a business, right?
yeah. That's
Yeah,
so true.
that's right.
Yeah. In a business setting, there's money involved, and money money is very important
Yes,
for a
right.
company. And if someone is like maybe he could be like a free writer or
Okay, right.
he could not do his role.
Yes, right.
So you have to say something to him to make the team work.
Yes, right. Important.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have any experience of, someone who cannot never change?
uh, of course, I encounter a lot of people who seem to be very defensive.
Okay.
Yeah. but I always really felt anger towards those people.
Mm-hmm.
But as you mentioned, I realized that they're just like imperfect human being as me.
Ah,
And I realized that deep down in my heart, I thought that people have to be perfect.
okay.
But after I realized that people don't have to be perfect, they always have this kind of weakness, and weakness is part of us. When I
That's right.
accepted that, I began to see the person in a different light. So I just felt that that side that I felt really was a weakness of him is actually a cute side
Mm-hmm.
of him because he looks like a human being because of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I try to think it as something cute about that person.
Okay.
Yeah, and but when it gets really serious and it's also like kind of taking a toll on my mental health,
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid that person, but if it's like unavoidable,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like I don't also know the answer, but like I try to like fix the situation several times, but if it doesn't work, I think you just have to close your ears, close your eyes, and just
Mm.
pretend that
Yes, right, right.
you're not influenced because you have to live this life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
We don't need to react, every single time. I mean, sometimes we need
Mm-mm.
to, close our ears, right? And then
Mm.
ignore it, maybe.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
I see. And I think these days I feel that every matter is dependent
Mm-hmm.
on how you perceive it and how you accept it. Because in every society, in every organization, there are always people who annoy others, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't avoid that, and you can't ruin your life because of him or her, right?
Right.
So it how you deal with this, like how you perceive it is, I think, uh, the answer to it. So if you get really influenced by it all the time, you can't live this life, right? Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay, so why don't we go to the fourth question? Kyung, could you read number four?
Okay. So, question number 4. Have you ever had a moment in your life when you realized that you were, sorry,
Biased?
biased in some ways? Tell us what time when you deeply felt that you could also be wrong and what you think could not always be right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you already actually answered that question.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. When I was young, I believed that, okay, I believe that uh, if it's a little bit complicated to tell you, but okay, I used to believe that if I work hard, I will succeed.
Uh-huh.
That's what I used to believe 100%, okay,
Mm-hmm.
firmly. But now I'm getting a little bit older, and then I think that I realized that that is not real. I mean, working hard is really, is necessary to,
Mm-hmm.
succeed, but it is not the all, I mean, requirement
Mm-hmm.
to succeed. We need
Mm-hmm.
some more, I don't know how can I say, some circumstances, opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
which is not controllable. It is which is uncontrollable by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
now I understand that matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm telling you that, number one requirement is working hard. It's really important. It's
Mm-hmm.
necessary to succeed. But Now I understand. It's a little bit different. So, for example, mm, sorry, it's really a little bit hard to give you an example, but
Ah,
you
it's okay.
understand.
But I know what you mean because when we are young, we are really energetic, and Korean society is a very competitive society.
Yes,
And
right.
if you work hard, you could get the results immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes,
whether
right.
you exercise, whether you study, the results are very visible and
Yes, right.
tangible.
Yes, right.
But as you get older,
Mm-hmm.
I think there are uncontrollable factors like
Mm-hmm.
luck or
Yes, right.
luck and all these situations and trends that I can't control. And
Right.
you can witness a lot of people who become successful because of the luck when they're not that talented.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and I also sometimes felt like, why do I have to work hard? They were just lucky and they got all the money and fame so easily. I feel like I'm wasting my time putting all my effort in this. But as you
Yeah.
mentioned, I think that doesn't mean we have to be lazy.
No,
But I'm
never.
saying that there are factors that we can't control, and it's not just attainable by effort.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's a very um big moment for you because you felt or you realize that, oh, maybe what I think is not always right, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the older generation, like my
Mm-hmm.
fathers or my bosses, the number one, requirement or number one
Mm-hmm.
priority is
Mm-hmm.
working hard to succeed,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right. But now I understand that, you know, it is kind of idea of work and life balance because as I understand, I saw a lot of cases in my working place
Mm-hmm.
who is working really hard, but
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't succeed in their
Mm-hmm.
career
Mm-hmm.
because our society is quite, competitive. So everyone is working really hard, but everyone cannot, achieve it, because it's competitive society. So
Mm-hmm.
so now I'm, confusing between two ideas, like uh, working 100%, hard or uh, I don't know.
Ah, yeah. I think that's the beauty of life.
Yes, right. Yeah,
It's a
that's the
beauty
beauty
and
of
pain
the
of
life.
beauty and pain of life.
Right.
Yeah. If we can see the future all the time and if everything is predictable, I think it'll be less stressful but not fun. And if it's always unpredictable 100%, we will be so anxious all the time.
Hmm.
So I think we have this both sides.
Hmm.
And you know what? The conclusion that I made recently is that um you have to work hard. I think that's a conclusion that I made because um
Okay.
if you don't work hard and succeed,
Hmm.
you may be really lucky
Hmm.
and you may feel like you're something.
Okay.
But you later realize that you didn't go there because of your talent, but because you were lucky. And in the end, because you're not talented or ready,
Hmm.
you can fail later. But if you work hard, although you might not succeed, but in the end, you're not disappointing yourself.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
important.
So for example, let's say exercise. So
Okay.
let's say previously when I exercised every day for 1 hour for 30 days, I got like
Hmm.
some big muscle. But
Hmm.
after doing it for months, I don't get a big muscle anymore.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say, oh, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna eat hamburger all day. Like you're gonna try more and more and like just be consistent, right? So I think
Hmm. Hmm.
I know it's not a practical advice, but I think
I understand. I
yeah,
understand.
But still, I think working hard is worth it.
Yeah, it works. It works, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if yeah, I could I don't know what to say. I could find that the day when I was working hard after the work, I feel kind of self-confidence. I mean,
Hmm.
self-achievement like that of the
Hmm.
day. But
Hmm.
if I was lazy at the working place, at the moment when when I was lazy, at the moment it was happy, but after the day, I feel like like I was useless or I was guilty
Mm,
like that.
mm,
So I think to myself, build on myself more, confidently, I think it's really important to work hard.
mm, that's right. I think also enjoying the process is also important as well because if you always think that the result is the most important, there's no
Mm.
need to do anything because like you have to enjoy the process in the same time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's go to the
Okay.
last question. This time I will read it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody inevitably faces unpleasant situations or people in their lifetime that severely damages their self-worth. Still, as we get older and mature, most people grow out of it, while some hold grudges against people and habitually instigate a fight. Despite the fact that both had gone through an uncontrollable trauma, what made them have a different life?
Mm.
So, to add a little more detail, I think throughout our lives, we hear some hurtful words from people in our lifetime, right?
Okay.
And some people just overcome it and don't really care about it. But some people like hold grudges against those people and try to take revenge or try to be this fighter.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so what do you think these two people, how are they different? Like someone is just like they don't care about it anymore. They just live their own life. But the other one is always angry all the time.
Mm.
What made them have a
Tra-
different life?
I think that the main reason is that the self-confidence, I believe.
Mm,
Okay, so as I understand, someone who are, overreacting or of
mm,
every, single moment or every single conflict in our daily life, uh, they, so I'm trying to believe myself in this way, uh, to react every single of conflict in my daily life.
mhm, mhm.
It is kind of time consuming or it's kind of emotional. I don't know how can I say. I
Emotionally
don't know how
like
can I say.
draining.
Yes, right. Emotionally draining. So,
Mm,
uh, rather than uh, drain myself in a useless conflict, I would like to focus on myself
mhm, mhm.
because I'm a more precious one than
Oh.
the conflict world. So, and also, my time or my day is more important
Mm,
than, just rather than draining myself in a, useless conflict or thinking about the bad memory every single time. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah,
So, so
that's
I
a very,
think
very wise
that
choice. Yeah.
I think fundamentally, I believe the I don't know what I can say, self-confidence or uh, self-confidence is
Self-respect.
the self-respect, right?
Yeah.
It's the fundamental,
Mm,
right?
yeah. I think in this society, without self-respect and self um confidence, you can't survive because there
Yeah,
are so many things that could control and sway and tempt us in the
yes, right.
media, in the people, in everything. So you always have to be very self-aware about you.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I think that
Mm,
okay, the uh, okay, I just, came from Vietnam for the business trip,
Ah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the last day of in Vietnam, I had a kind of bad experience
Oh,
in how can I say, it's kind of scheme, like
uh,
사기?
like
I don't know how
fraud.
to say. Fraud, yeah, right.
Yeah, scam.
Like scam, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got a taxi, and then the driver was kind of, was trying to scam me.
Oh,
So the way I handled it is I got some help from my hotel, and the hotel manager handled it
oh,
in a really professional way. And
oh.
then finally it solved it really well. But at the moment, during like 10 minutes like that,
Mm,
it was kind of bad memory, and it could hurt
mm,
all of my journey, all of my business trip.
mm,
So I changed my mind. Okay, this is kind of fun memory
mm, mm,
because anyhow, it went really well.
mm.
So it so I thought that this bad memory cannot hurt my, how can I say, my journey,
Your whole journey.
the whole journey. So I think I'm trying, not to, overcome, the bad emotion,
Mm,
come to myself. So
yeah.
I think, yeah, that's the way how to deal with it.
I'm just wondering, like, does all this patience come from long periods of exercise?
I don't know. I'm not saying that, I'm not the person who, control everything I meet, but I'm trying
Mm,
to. But at
mm,
the very first moment, I felt a
mm.
really bad emotion because anyhow he was trying to, scam me, or
Yeah, of course.
yeah, of course, and then it could be, ruin whole of my journey as well, right? But
Mm.
anyhow, it went well. So after like 1 hour or 2 hour, I, overcame it. And also, yeah, exercise is really helped me as well because, you know, yeah, it really helps.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think you try to see the brighter side because the
Yes, right.
hotel gave you professional help and you were able
Yes, right.
to get out of the situation. And
Yes, right.
I think that positive attitude is very, very, very important in our life because, but it's our choice to see the brighter side or the darker
Yeah,
side.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you think? So what about you?
Me about
hmm About the what do you think about the difference between,
the
those two
between
types
different
of
people.
people?
Mm, I think there are a lot of factors, but one thing is that they, as you mentioned, they choose to have a better life than that. They're
Mm-hmm.
thinking that this person can't ruin my life. I'm not living for this single person.
Okay, okay, okay.
I have my whole beautiful life ahead, and why do I have to destroy my life because of this person? And they are they respect them too much to be controlled by a single human being.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a big self-respect. But at the same time, I also saw people who weren't raised in a very loving family, but they still don't fall into that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Although they lack self-confidence or self-respect, I think they are just like busy with their work. I mean, like their life and career is so successful and they're just busy with what they're doing and they don't have time for like a single human being to destroy them. So um like I think respecting yourself is also a privilege because there are a lot of people who feel that they're not not respected much or they're not like from a very loving family.
Yes.
So I think the second way to deal with this is uh just staying busy and building your career because that
Uh,
way you can also kind of show that person I'm
yeah,
a
right.
valuable person.
Yes, right.
Like so a lot of people say the best way to revenge is being successful. Yeah,
Totally
so
understand.
yeah, I think rather than like being always angry about it, you try to be a better person, like
You're
in
right.
every way. That I think that's the
Yes,
best
right.
revenge.
Yes, right. That's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, so today we talked about conflicts in the workplace and also between people.
Okay.
And I always see Pyong in a very like a group setting, and I always feel like you're so like a great leader, great
Uh,
person.
Thank you.
So I learned a lot from you because
Uh,
I also
so do
want
I.
to
I learn a lot from you as well.
I also want to be a calm leader who whenever someone makes mistakes. And yeah, if someone's tried to scam me when I'm on a trip, I think I would be so
Mhm.
mad that I would like kind of like shout at him and like I hate like I would like go like that, but
Okay.
like
Yeah,
I
right.
think
I understand.
yeah, you have this positive attitude. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, now I'm getting older, so I'm to, be
Mm,
more calm.
mm. So this is not in the question list, but I just want to ask you, um, what kind of person do you want to be in the company? Like what kind of like team leader or coworker do you want to be in the future?
Okay. In the future, I want to be uh, a person who has a really good, how can I say, communication or communication skill,
Like interpersonal skills.
interpersonal skill. Yeah, right. The
Mm,
reason is that, in my working place, I could find a tons of people who has really good ability of their work. I mean,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
professional.
uh-huh.
They're so professional. So, and yeah, right. But currently, recently, I changed my team, and my team leader, he has a really good communication skill.
Mm-hmm,
And it is so amazing to see how he deal with some conflict in working place, and
mm-hmm,
also how to deal with our client. It
mm-hmm,
is really impressive. So I believe that in the future, uh, I could get some help from someone who has more ability.
mm,
And but the thing is that how to manage it and how to communicate with them is really quite important in the future. So
mm.
so that's kind of role model.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yes.
So I have a question. If a person is very, very talented and has great ability, but if that
Mm-hmm.
person lacks social skills or interpersonal skills,
Mm-hmm.
um, do they have some like problem going up the corporate ladder or becoming more successful?
It depends on the situation, but in my yes,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I saw
So,
some cases about it.
oh, so if they could go like this far because of their lack
Mm-hmm.
of interpersonal skills, they go only this far.
Okay, so
Sometimes.
maybe go here.
Here,
It's a
less than that.
kind of. I think that the the yeah, it's kind of ceiling. I mean, like I
Invisible ceiling.
yes, right. It's really
Mm,
important to to build the communication skill. It's really important as
mm,
well to be a leader or to be higher position.
mm,
So yeah, and I saw some cases.
I see.
Let me see.
Can you evaluate my communication skill as a leader?
Now you are helping me. Now you are
Oh,
helping me to evaluate my. I mean
mm,
to develop my communication skill. Thank you.
yeah. Um, I think I totally agree with you because if you work alone, I think if you're just good at what you do, that's enough.
Yes,
But
right.
if you're working in a team setting, I think being able to do great teamwork is also very, very important. And you need to make the employees trust you or coworkers
Yes,
trust
right.
you, and
Yes, right.
they have to willing to follow you.
Yes, right.
And to do that, you have to be very responsible. you have to be also very punctual,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have to be trustworthy and kind. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
actually, in my workplace, I don't get to communicate with my coworkers that much. So
Mhm.
I want to be a more communicative teacher in my classroom because
Okay.
I think I'm still shy. So I'm not really good at making direct eye contact with students. So I always try to avoid their eyes, or like I don't really I can't really put some humor because I'm
Okay.
kind of shy, but I have to be more confident
Uh,
in myself and
yeah.
be more friendly, be funnier to these
Hmm.
students.
I believe that you're a good teacher.
Thank you. So, Pyong, thank you for sharing your time together today. You must be really tired from the business trip.
It's okay.
Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I have like few subscribers on my YouTube channel. So let's say
Okay.
goodbye to the subscribers.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.